बुजुर्गों की सेहत को अपना प्रायोरिटी बना लिया है। और जानने के लिए 1855-308-0195 पे कॉल करें। That's 1855-308-0195. After months of screen time and no play dates, the Children's Discovery Museum is open for Purple Play Days of Summer. It's time to rediscover the wonder. Climb on the fire engine, splash around in the waterworks, blow bubbles, and scale the tree climber in Bill's backyard. Oodles of hands-on arts and culture, STEM, health, and nature-themed exhibits await your family. The Giant Purple Museum is open every day, Wednesday through Sunday. Reservations are required at cdm.org. That's cdm.org.
Top of the morning, Bay, with Good Morning Bay.
Get to know about the traffic on your way and what's news around the world today.
Some wisdom skills along the way.
Oh, and a song to hum along with and sway.
Get your perfect entertaining start to the day.
At 9 a.m. every weekday morning with
Mahima's
Good Morning Bay.
Good morning, Bay. आप सभी लोग हमारी तरफ से एक प्यार भरा नमस्ते,
Namaskar.
वनकम,
Namaskara.
खुशामदीद,
Assalamualaikum.
सत श्री अकाल,
Meegandriki Vandanamu.
जय स्वामी नारायण,
Jai Shri Krishna.
जय जिनेंद्र।
हमारे सारे भाई बंधुओं को बोल दे या अली मदद।
मौला अली मदद बोलते हुए सारे फीजी अहमद को बोलेंगे नीसा बोला बटजन। हम आ गए हैं आपके प्यारे महिमा के द्वारा। मैं सिर्फ फालतू बाबा
And of course myself Faltu Rani लेकर आपके लिए एक और drive time that's going to make it totally exciting and totally मस्तानी बन जानी।
to the Badajan. And of course, right now, let me tell you what we're going to do is we're going to go check out what's happening with the traffic, Badajan, and also about the weather. Because is it summer? I don't know. It does seem like summer, Badajan, but here is your Raste Ka Haal Tobu Sastale.
It's time for the Bandu Traffic Update. Call us from wherever you are at 408-912-2479.
Yeah, but the jam, it doesn't seem like summer anymore. I don't know why. Is it because summer's getting over? Yes, but then August, but of course, kids are going to be going back into school. But what's going to happen going back into school? Yes, the mask mandate is back in schools, but until of course they get the kids below the age of 12 years, they get approved to get the vaccination. Still is something which the pediatric department of California actually has said that they have to make sure they got to wear masks indoors. But right now it's what's been implemented in schools where you, adults, whether you're vaccinated or not, you're advised for you to be wearing masks when you go into indoors with kids around, Badajan especially. And right now, Bajan, let me tell you, weather-wise, like highs is going to be 80 maximum today. It's not going to be a hot day actually. And you might feel like as though it's kind of a little bit of wind chill. Yeah, that's because of the fact that the lowest temperature we hit today was 54. It's like, regular springtime for us.
Right.
But I don't know what's happening. But is it going to be more severe in winter? Is winter going to get more colder? I don't know. Is it global warming or global cooling down? Is what Trump would ask if at all he heard the news today with the jab. But right now, let's go see what's happening with the roads. The roads, but of course, the traffic has increased. The volume of traffic on the roads have been reported to have increased right now by Jan. That also means that there's more chances of accidents because human errors are going to be coming in anyways. So, an hazard reported on 680 northbound ramp to the 580 in Pleasanton. The lane is blocked over there, so watch out, drive very carefully. While we are on the 580, let's talk about a couple of incidents, not couple, there are three different incidents in the sequence actually. One actually, all of these are on Livermore area, Banujam. 580 westbound east of Portola Avenue, there's actually an accident and which is obstructing traffic. And just going further on North Livermore Avenue, Livermore, again another accident which is affecting the lanes over there. Watch out for that. And just one more in the intersection of near the Vasco Road actually, Banujan, Greenwell. There's a report of high winds, and yes, a traffic advisory effect is also in effect over there. So watch out and drive very carefully there. Apart from that, Banujan, there are some sluggish traffic over here in Oakland area actually. Oakland and the bridge of 80. There is a huge backup over there. Apart from that, ATT looking as usual, a little bit congested, but the traffic is moving. It's not very bad. It's not stop and go traffic, so you're kind of good over there for sure. And 227 in the morning was pretty packed, but right now it's all the way clear for you guys to be getting to your destination, Balujan. And yes, drive very carefully. things are back. What I say, the traffic is back. At least people are getting into the offices. Some companies have actually asked their people to stay back at home for a couple of months more. So we don't know what's going to happen in that situation, but just because Delta virus is still rampant in the unvaccinated community. Let me say it again. Unvaccinated community mein, the Delta variant actually is showing up its should I say Tandav? In other words, it's menacing impact actually. Please be informed when you actually get your vaccination. I don't force people to do anything. You just go get yourself informed why you need to get a vaccination. It actually sometimes, like how President Biden talked about yesterday, Fathrani, it is for the greater good. Right? For the greater good. Don't just look at this thing, just look at for the greater good and just see if you want to convince yourself to go get the vaccination done.
Right.
And that was the update of what's happening on the roads and also the weather. But then a quick look at what's happening with the news. Faltwani, what do we have as news today?
Well, let's start with the COVID Delta variant news. Manajan, case rates are spiking in Bay Area counties. That's right. Cases of the COVID-19 Delta variant continue to surge at a pace that would put some California counties back into the purple tier in the state's now expired blueprint for reopening. As expected, yes. As expected, the Delta variant is now the dominant strain in the United States, making up 83% of the nation's current cases, a big jump from 50% the week of July 3rd. In California, nearly half of all new COVID-19 cases are of the Delta variant. For that reason, 17 California counties are now recommending that even fully vaccinated people wear masks when indoors. All Bay Area counties except Solana County are among those. Los Angeles County is the lone California county mandating a return to masks indoors. Health officials across the region and nation continue to urge people to get vaccinated, as all the authorized vaccines provide protection against the Delta variant, and because most of the new COVID-19 infections are among people who are currently not vaccinated. So, as we had discussed before, since case rates are spiking, many companies have, especially the tech companies, have delayed the return of their employees into the offices. So what's happening? Well, it is affecting local businesses, small businesses in nearby tech clusters. Tech companies are following Apple's suit in delaying their return to office due to the spread of the Delta variant, but other surrounding businesses are suffering the ripple effects. For local restaurants across the Bay Area, the lack of tech workers' foot traffic is affecting their business, and a Delta variant is making it harder for them to keep afloat. According to reports, Apple delayed its return to office until October. South Bay companies such as Mountain View's Ignite said that this is no surprise. Customers are signing up, code is shipping. In fact, business is booming. Ignite CEO Vineet Jain is supposed to have been saying their numbers are strong, employees are healthy, and they can afford to take things slow. You can tell people this is the game plan. It's not cast in concrete. It might change. As people see that, they feel more relaxed that nothing will be draconian from the company or the corporate world. But for other food businesses like Ume Chinese food, things are moving too slowly. So basically they're saying that but the good news is that tech watchers say offices eventually will be full again as companies push employees to come back with new post-pandemic products, but it might just take a while. So local businesses, some businesses, some restaurants, you know what they're doing, Altababa, to cope with this? They're adding something called a quote wellness fee to their bills or to the receipts.
I don't know if people have seen this, but actually overall, if you look at it, at least I have been noticing this, Fadwani, we are ending up spending a lot of money at restaurants. Now, what would have cost us $10 a meal is nowadays costing us $15 a meal.
Correct.
And guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
The number of people serving at the restaurants has dropped.
Yes.
So the operating cost of the restaurant has dropped, but the business owners are still padding on more charges.
Correct.
So they can actually be smooth sailing.
Correct.
I think it's a capitalist kind of environment, right? So you just want to make some money out, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like how the mask, when first launched the mask, remember we actually bought masks for $5 a mask piece?
Yeah.
Now it's come down to what? 10 masks for $7 kind of a thing. thing. But still, the reason I'm trying to tell you about this is how even the capitalist market tries to encash on every single thing, you know?
Exactly. So several eateries say that the price of getting everything is going up, including good employees, and at some point they need to pass that cost on to customers. And so they're adding on a new fee called the wellness fee.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so a restaurant in San Mateo has only been open for 3 weeks, but it's already dealing with its new economic realities. It's the cost of the high wages in the Bay Area, says Amar Levin, who is a co-owner of Refuge Restaurant, apparently. He said rising inflation means everything he serves costs more, and also means that the wages he pays his employees needs to go up to attract enough employees to his company. And he says we had trouble getting equipment, we have trouble getting food, meat prices are through the roof, chicken wings are. If I don't charge double digits, I'm losing money, you know, he says. And now they add something called a 2% wellness fee to their bottom line, literally the bottom line on the menu.
So people are paying and people are going and eating out. If you only happen to go out somewhere, but then you'll see backup of lines. And yes, it's not that they'll stop eating. They are eating. They are ordering food. But restaurants, I don't know. Some people complain. Some people, you know, don't complain.
Right.
Anyways.
Well, the thing is, it's also many restaurants are now finding it hard to find employees to come to work, Punajan. So what they're trying to do is they're not only offering higher wages, they're also offering now, they're making it more meaty. They're saying we'll give you full benefits package, health insurance, etc. So that's why they're saying that their costs are going up to run their business. In other news from California, Punjab, we are less than 2 months away from a special election to decide California's governor, and both sides of the recall election are getting real. Mark Klass, whose daughter Polly was murdered in 1993, wants Gavin Newsom to leave Sacramento early because of his moratorium on executions and more. It is not a Trump-inspired situation. He says, I'm a registered Democrat, proudly voted for Joe Biden, but still believe everything is that's going on within our state is wrong and it is dangerous. Outside San Francisco City Hall Tuesday, political committee Rescue California held a small rally focusing on crime. They've dismantled important public safety laws like the 3 strikes and the Marcy's law, says Ann Dunsmore, who's the committee manager. So, meanwhile, at elementary school in Tulare County, Newsom launched an effort to bring high-speed internet to everyone in California. So, they're saying that there is no reason to recall him, while supporters don't think that the governor is getting a fair shake from all Californians. This week, the list of candidates vying to take over, including Olympian Caitlyn Jenner, the businessman John Cause, who lost to Newsom in 2018, and 40 other candidates are going to be certified. The election is going to happen on September 14th. From across the United States, Punajan, let's tell you, there was a news that came out with regard to the Pentagon watchdog, which said on Tuesday that it would evaluate the safety protocols surrounding the president's nuclear football, containing codes needed for a strike after one such briefcase nearly came within range of rioters storming the Capitol on January 6th. In a brief notice, the Inspector General's office said it would evaluate the extent to which the Pentagon officials could detect and respond if the presidential emergency satchel were lost, stolen, or compromised. We may revise the objective as the evaluation proceeds, it said. One U.S. official, speaking on the condition of anonymity, said concerns surrounding the Jan 6 siege helped trigger this particular evaluation. On that day, Vice President Mike Pence was at the Capitol, accompanied by a military aide, carrying a backup nuclear football when the building was stormed by the supporters of then President Donald Trump. Wow, that's kind of scary, isn't it?
Yep.
All right, let's talk about our current president, Joe Biden, who is convening private sector leaders for cybersecurity talks in August. Basically, on August 25th, they're going to be discussing ways to beef up cybersecurity, a White House spokesperson said on Wednesday, underscoring the need for collective action. Members of Biden's national security team and officials from across the administration will meet business executives to discuss how we can work together to collectively improve the nation's cybersecurity, the spokesman for the White House National Security Council said. Work in progress. The U.S. infrastructure bill is facing a test on the Senate floor. President Joe Biden's goal of passing $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill faces a test on Wednesday as Democratic Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer presses ahead with a planned procedural vote despite Republican appeals for a delay. Weeks after senators from both parties reached agreement on the outline of a bill to rebuild roads, bridges, ports, and other infrastructure, Schumer sought to start floor debate on the measure with a vote on a motion to proceed. The vote is scheduled for mid-afternoon, and Schumer said on Wednesday it would go ahead. An ex-pharmacist at a Massachusetts compounding pharmacy whose mold-tainted drug sparked a deadly fungal meningitis outbreak in 2012 was resentenced on Wednesday to 10.5 years in prison after an appeals court tossed his earlier 8-year punishment. Glenn Chin, the now defunct New England Compounding Center's supervisory pharmacist, was sentenced for a second time by a U.S. District Judge Richard Stearns in Boston 2 weeks after the co-founder Barry Cadden received a new prison term of 14.5 years. This is really depressing news. U.S. life expectancy has fallen to its lowest level in almost 20 years due to the COVID-19, according to the CDC. It's fallen to the lowest level since 2003, primarily due to the deaths caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, a U.S. health agency has said on Wednesday. It is the biggest one-year decline since World War II, when life expectancy fell 2.9 years between 1942 and 1943, and is 6 months shorter than its February 2021 estimate, according to the US CDC. Well, more on this story you can get on mediamahima.com. So, Altubala, is it time for our Ganika Kida?
Yes, it's time for Ganika Kida Fatwani. So, Balajan, here you go. This is a song I'll end up for you guys from the movie, of course. As you know, I think I like this movie somehow or the other. I like the songs in the movie at least. This song movie, of course, we have played it so many times over the pandemic. Almost every other month we actually played the song for you, Balajan. It talks about Baki Rab Ko Chhod De.
अरे थॉमस एडिसन की थ्योरी को याद कर बल्ब जगा दिमाग का टाइम ना बर्बाद कर थॉमस एडिसन की थ्योरी को याद कर बल्ब जगा दिमाग का टाइम ना बर्बाद कर ये फार्मूला भाई करता जा तू ट्राई ये फार्मूला भाई करता जा तू ट्राई बी पॉजिटिव टूटे दिल के पुर्जे पुर्जे जोड़ के पुर्जे पुर्जे जोड़ के पुर्जे पुर्जे जोड़ के फिकर भुला के डांस कर बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे देसी या फिर डांस कर बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे फिकर भुला के डांस कर बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे देसी या फिर डांस कर बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे
Music by Tanish Bakshi Bhattajan, and lyrics, if you're wondering who it is, Bhattajan, let me tell you, Kumar. Yes, but it's the same Kumar who wrote Blue Hai Pani Pani. Can sometimes even write good songs, Bhattajan. So this is a song for the movie Lucknow Central. Thank you, God bless you.
सीधी सी बात है ना दिल को कंफ्यूज कर देता हूँ सजेशन में टेम्पर ना लूज कर जो फेल होता है वही तो पास होता है फेल होने वाले में गुण खास होता है लाइफ में गिर के संभलना एक आर्ट है जहाँ पे तो फिनिश वहीं से कुछ स्टार्ट है
गंबल के फोन से किस्मत को कॉल कर
ग्राम्बल के फोन से किस्मत को कॉल कर एंड अभी के लिए बलजन आप बस यहाँ पे स्टे होल्ड कीजिएगा आई एम गोना आस्क फातुरानी टू गिव अस इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ व्हाट्स हैपनिंग around the world. Fathwani, around the world in $2 or $1 or lesser. What do you think?
Well, Altubaba, it's not going to cost you anything, Manajan. You just need to tune into facebook.com/Radio Hotties every single morning to get your news right here as to something, whatever is relevant for us across the world. Aside from that, Bandijan, let's also tell you that you can listen to our Radio Dihori's app, subah se leke sham tak, sham se leke raat se leke subah tak. But let's tell you that a Trump ally, not Barack Obama, Barack, has been arrested on foreign lobbying charges, according to the U.S. Justice Department. Thomas Barack, a billionaire friend of Donald Trump, who chaired the former president's inaugural fund, was arrested on Tuesday and charged with illegally lobbying the Trump administration on behalf of the UAE. The 7-count indictment filed by federal prosecutors in Brooklyn, New York, alleged that Barack, a former employee and an Emirati businessman, failed to register as lobbyists and used their influence to advance the UAE's foreign policy goals in the United States. Barack, who was arrested in Los Angeles, is also alleged to have repeatedly lied during an FBI interview about his dealings with the UAE. Barack's spokesperson refuted the charges and said that he has made himself voluntarily available for investigators from the outset. He is not guilty and will be pleading not guilty. In other news from across the world, Bandajan, warning signs for the global recovery as Delta dims outlook, which means a drubbing in world equity markets and a huge flight to safety into U.S. treasuries this week suggests investors now doubt a much anticipated return to post-COVID normality is feasible anytime soon. Data from the United States and China, which account for more than half of the world's growth, suggested a slowdown in the recent blistering pace of the global economy alongside rising prices for all manner of goods and materials. The United States has extended travel curbs at Canada-Mexico land borders through the 21st of August. The U.S. government on Wednesday extended the closure of land borders with Canada and Mexico to non-essential travel such as tourism through August 21st, even as officials debate whether to require visitors to receive a COVID-19 vaccine. The latest 30-day extension by the Department of Homeland Security came after Canada announced on Monday that it will start allowing in fully vaccinated U.S. visitors on August 9th for non-essential travel after the COVID-19 pandemic forced a 16-month ban that many businesses have called crippling. The DHS said on Wednesday that it, quote, is in constant contact with Canadian and Mexican counterparts to identify the conditions under which these restrictions may be eased safely and sustainably. The European Union is rejecting UK's demand for a new post-Brexit deal on Northern Ireland. Britain demanded on Wednesday that the European Union agree to rewrite a deal overseeing problematic post-Brexit trade involving Northern Ireland just a year after it was agreed with the bloc, a call immediately rejected by Brussels. The Northern Ireland Protocol was part of the Brexit settlement backed by Prime Minister Boris Johnson that finally sealed Britain's divorce from the EU 4 years after voters backed leaving in a referendum. In news from, this is good news actually that's coming out, especially with regard to women empowerment. For the first time, Saudi women are seen standing guard in Mecca during Hajj. Apparently, many dozens of female soldiers have become part of the security services that monitor pilgrims in Mecca and Medina, the birthplaces of Islam. So there's a big story with regard to that because you've been in the Middle East, right, Altibaba?
Yeah.
So have you, in the Saudi, for women to be working in khaki uniforms and things like that in security positions, have you seen anything like that before?
Mm-hmm. No, and I think it's a wonderful movement because they actually, you kind of have to even give credit to the guy, the Mohammed guy.
Bin Salman.
Salman, because he was the person who actually allowed them to even drive.
Allowed them.
When I was there, no, seriously, I'm not. That's what they do, right? They didn't have them. They were not able to get license before.
Right.
Yeah, only the big rich people they would, and because it was like they would, their private property would span big acres and acres of land, right?
Right.
They could do driving there, but not on public roads.
Right.
And that itself was a big movement for them. Anyway, I hope they're able to get more stuff done.
Right. And in news from India, Bandajan, let us tell you that opposition is accusing the centre of insensitivity as BJP defends the government's response with regard to no deaths due to oxygen shortage. The centre's statement in Parliament that there were no deaths due to the lack of oxygen, specifically reported by states during the second COVID wave, has evoked very strong reactions, even as the BJP has strongly defended the government's response. And finally, the United States has issued a new security alert for citizens in view of the farmers' protest in New Delhi. They are saying that the farmers union on Tuesday said that they're going to hold a Kisan Parliament at Jantar Mantar during the ongoing monsoon session of Parliament, and every day from July 22nd, 200 protesters will go there from the Singhu border. The embassy in New Delhi is aware of these media reports and is asking in US citizens to stay away and to stay safe. So if you want to get more information about all this, you can go to mediamahima.com. That's all we have time for on this morning's Good Morning Babe. We'll be back tonight live at 5 on the Pam Pam Show. Till then, have yourselves a terrific, wonderful Wednesday.
डांस कर बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे देसी या फिर डांस कर बाकी रप्पे छोड़ दे
Hi, this is Farhan Akhtar and you're listening to Radio The Hotties, where the entertainment just keeps getting hotter.
But the John, this is your